ChatGPT almost killed a pastor in Florida, and now he's suing OpenAI. The guy had weird symptoms and asked ChatGPT Health for advice on those symptoms. And initially, the system gives you a disclaimer saying this is not a substitute for medical advice and you should seek professional help. But apparently this disclaimer only appears initially. And as the discussion went on, the more they talked, the more ChatGPT told him not to seek professional help. When he had to stop in the middle of a sermon because he was feeling too weak and people from his congregation urged him to seek medical help, and he asked ChatGPT, it told him not to listen to them, essentially. As it turns out, he had a pulmonary embolism and almost died. So, granted, the behavior this man displayed makes him look like an idiot. But the world is full of idiots, and technology should not be killing them either. Because his behavior makes him look like an idiot, it's rather brave to sue. But in my view, it was absolutely the right thing to do, to bring this lawsuit forward. Because the thing this guy is putting his finger on is a distinction between medical devices that go through a very strict regulation process and direct-to-consumer health apps and the like, which usually do not. I'm a physician and an ethicist. I teach in Switzerland, and in Switzerland we have many people who are very reassured because our Drug and Devices Regulation Authority has decided to look at medical AI and consider it a medical device for the purposes of regulation. But they consider that it's medical AI only if a doctor is using it. So if your doctor uses an AI to help diagnose things on your chest x-ray and there's a human check afterwards, this is considered a medical device and it has to go through the regulatory authority. It's a good thing, right? This is a good idea. But the main issue with medical AI is not there. The main issue is people like this Florida pastor, people using ChatGPT instead of seeking medical help. And if it turns out to be true that many people end up losing their jobs because of the rise of AI, many people will also lose medical coverage and will need to use AI instead of doctors because they will lose access to care. We absolutely need to be regulating the direct-to-consumer use of medical AI. We need to be doing it yesterday. Today is only second best. And in the interval, be aware that the current versions of ChatGPT Health will sometimes give you resoundingly bad advice. I really wish it weren't so. It would actually be a good thing to have an alternative to at least a first opinion that many people don't have access to. It would be fantastic if AI did a really good job. I say this as a primary care doctor by background myself. It would be great if it worked. Currently, it's unreliable. Yeah.